Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel. And guys, welcome to another edition of the Hard Truth Show. I think this is going to be stream number 54. And I know usually I would talk about a lot of different topics that most people be like, this is relatable to all things, life in general, political, religious, just et cetera across the board. But now today we're going to go down the rabbit hole. And I meant to throw up a slide for Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole because, boy, I got one for you today. And I'm repping my peeps on here, Solana, today because they're trying to kill my crypto today. But with that said, first off, guys, I know we're going to be talking in a sense about money today. And I know it's on Sabbath, but it is more about the New World Order, the Mark of the Beast, and many other things related. It is not so much directly related to money. That's just the vehicle by which this situation is being driven at the moment. So please bear with me. First off, before we get this party started, I want to say, first off, for those joining us, I am early today. I intentionally got up on here early because tomorrow's Turkey Day, and I know a lot of people's traveling. So I got to thinking about that. So I popped on here a little early. So forgive me. I know it's not 6 o'clock, but we usually do this 6 o'clock Eastern time, 12 noon Eastern time on New Moon Days. And by the way, guys, for those celebrating New Moon Day tomorrow, I got a fire video for you. It's only 2 minutes, but the link that is going from it to another video on Rumble, I hope it changes your life and lots of lives around you. And the link for that and all the information will be in that video tomorrow. So look for that tomorrow at lunchtime. All right. But if you want to download this app at worldslastchance calendar app, you can download it on the App Store for Android or iPhone, and that'll help you better understand the scriptural biblical calendar. All right, because everybody wonders after the beast and the Roman calendar nowadays. All right. Also, if you have not checked out the channel over on Odyssey, by all means, check it out because we're going to be talking about library blockchain and Odyssey today and why Uncle Sam's been after that too. All right. Let me check out the comment section real quick for everybody coming in. Shalom. Love y'all. Hey, we got everybody in here piling in already. Got people from England to the U.S. Love y'all. And I'll get back in the comments here in a bit. But for those that's going to be watching this stream after the fact, just a real quick shout out. If you don't follow the Hard Truth Show, today we're going to be talking about is the New World Order, bringing down the crypto market. The last one I just talked about, you see that the other day, the world faith leaders plan new climate justice, universal 10 commandments, climate change. That was a heck of a cluster mess over there. The other day, they even broke a set of commandments, which to me is just blasphemous. Then I talked about recently, what does the Bible say about World War III? Those were some streams I covered, and also the importance of radical acceptance in the last days. That was the last stream I just covered, and I don't know why these are out of line. But anyway, the last shout out, and then we'll get right into this, is if you want to, on the 13th, 14th, at the first of the year on the Roman calendar, you can catch me in Georgia at the Boom Church's Jeremiah Conference 23-3. I'm going to be speaking at it. Honored to be invited out to that event. And also, I think it's next month, there is United in Yah is doing an online event to help people do prepping and stuff and for the last days. And I will be getting the info of that up hopefully here in the next stream. Y'all willing. All right. Let me queue up here and get all my things in order. Now, I want to go ahead and premise this because I said a lot of things in the past couple of years. Furthermore, I'm going to get vindicated tomorrow on something I've told people for years. I've got proof positive now. Proof positive from government down. That's public information now. So I can't wait for that tomorrow. It's going to be a fire video. It literally, one of the shortest videos I've ever made, but the link in it is fire. Okay. The context, though, of what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I want you to understand that every move that's being made anymore is for the benefit of the beast kingdom, for Satan, for the Illuminati, Jesuit, Freemason, child sacrificing, blood drinking, psychopaths that run this world. Okay, so that we're just all on the same page. But today we're going to specifically talk about the crypto sector because many people, such as myself, have tried to run a parallel society alongside the beast kingdom because I don't want the US digital dollar. I don't want the mark of the beast. I don't want to take the jab. And so in order to do that, I still need to be able to buy and sell. And I've tried to use that as a venue to do that, move monies and etc. And also, you know, blockchain technology allows for a lot of things, freedom of speech, etc. Something that here on YouTube can be kiboshed at any moment, right? So with that said, my theory, because now I've said a lot of things over the years and they've come crystal clear to life. And it's not because I'm a prophet. I look at the scripture, I look at what's going on in the world, and I'm like, okay, this is 2 and 2's adding up, just like with the river Euphrates drying up right now. Scripture said that almost 2 millennia ago now. So the situation that we're looking at right now is all the world's got to wander after the beast. And also this system's just pretty much got to stamp and crush everybody out, right? So it's like, how do you have Emperor Palpatine and the Empire, right? How do you have the Star Wars effect where it always revolves back to fascism? How do you have it where it always revolves back to this? And it's like, well, one thing you've got to do is control people's finances. You've got to control people's freedom. And crypto and blockchain technology brings both of these, all right? Now, I'm not trying to sell you to get crypto. I'm not trying to tell you not to do it. I'm just telling you what is happening to it. All right. So real quickly, just going to look at some comments here real quick. Hey, love y'all. Shalom, shalom to those under the 7 domes. That's right, Brother Tyler. Love y'all. Shalom. All right. So my first thing that I want to take you down memory lane is that we got to understand that this has not been happening overnight, but it has been a concerted effort to destroy crypto in the last year during this great reset, as Klaus Schwab would say, to eat your cockroaches and worship the New World Order. And you'll own nothing and you will be happy. Did I do good? Was I a good Klaus Schwab impression? Please let me know in the comments. I was really trying there, guys. But this is the reality we're facing. And so one of the things that's got to be removed, obviously, is crypto. All right. So what I want to do first is I want to screen share. Now, I don't have a presentation today. I have lots of images to put up and I have lots of articles to cover, but I don't have my usual slideshow thing put together today. I'm approaching this differently today because I want the news to tell the story. All right. Because once you start putting pieces together, you can really see it for what it's worth. Okay. And also shout out to Brother Tony, because this first one, I don't take no credit for this first article. The rest of them I produced on my own, from my own deep diving and memory of stuff that went on. All right. So what I want to say on my rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole today, is I don't know when the day will come, if it will ever come, but I think Bankman-Fried is a CIA plant. The dude like friggin' sleeps on a beanbag in the middle of the Bahamas in some rich place, and he just looks like one of those nerd people, you know, that like the CIA uses for like hacking and things like that. I just don't like the guy. I don't have money on FTX. I didn't have crypto on FTX. I didn't invest on FTX. I've always invested on crypto.com. That's where I've done my exchanging or trade ogre, and then also swaps on Exodus wallet. So to me, I was unaffected by it, other than the market taking a dump. But says here, once dubbed the next Warren Buffett before his downfall, rubbed shoulders with Tony Blair, Bill Clinton, Orlando Bloom, and Katy Perry at $3,000 a head Bahamas Crypto Festival, but now his famous friends have gone dark. Now, you can read this article. It's in the Daily Mail. Okay, you're welcome to go and check all these articles out, because I'm not going to read through all this. What I'm doing is I'm just wanting to set a precedent of timeline is what is most important to me. So early up in the year, this guy done this. I think it was like June of this year that he done this. And you can, it was April. Yeah, it was April. I'm sorry. And you can see the spiral that starts from there down, because this Joker, what is interesting to me is that I've got 2 timelines running. Okay. I've got the attack on Library being sued, and I've got the article about that, how they just lost. And then I've also got the situation going with this FTX thing, because the thing to me is it affects Solana, and Solana is the only blockchain technology that I've seen that's actually producing a tangible product where you can have freedom with that new phone. And so there's just a lot of sketchy stuff here that it's like it's a concerted effort on certain blockchains by certain means to bring this whole thing down. Okay. And it's going to continue to be a folding house of cards, I'm afraid. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to sell fear. Okay. I'm just telling you this is what's up from what I can gain. But there is powers that be behind this that are bringing this thing down. I mean, look at this joker. You know, I can't take him serious. He holds of an event where that a former president of the United States of America, which, I mean, I'm sure the guy's blood drinking, Satan worshiping, Luciferian, that likes adrenochrome hit and everything else. And he obviously likes some Monica too. But to keep it clean in here, if you look at that guy, he's in suit and right. And then you got this guy over here in a t-shirt, non-serious, but this is the guy hosting the event. I can't take this guy serious. All right. He looks like somebody that's lived in his mother's basement that's never, ever even tried to engage in having something meaningful going on with his life. Right. Oh, and shout out to, what's my boy in football? Somebody help me out. Anyway, his wife just left him. She's sitting on the right side there, bunching, and she just took and dropped him off at the family court pay window. So it don't matter if you got money, status, power, whatever. People might say I hate women. What I don't like is the worldly acting woman of today, because right there she had everything, was disloyal to her husband, and cut him off. So right there's another example, teachable moment too, while we sorting this out about crypto today too. So anyway, here's this article, and they had this whole party. Now, from this point forward, I want to say that is the beginning of the demise, all right? Because prior to this, there was some precedents that were set, and I'm going to bounce all over the place here for a minute. It's the first one that really raised my eyebrows was that the U.S. securities regulators, the SEC or whatever, wins their case against crypto company LBRY. Now, I really hoped that somehow it would just get, washed under the rug and everything be all right. But they won. And I don't care right, wrong, and different. I don't even care if the guy was a bad dude. All right. I don't care about the CEO. I don't care about anything to do with that. What bothers me is LBRY is a free speech platform. All right. And it's touted as that. Matter of fact, it even has its native token that's LBRY for Odyssey. And let me pop over here a second, throw Odyssey up here. Let me pop off of that a second and throw Odyssey up. Okay, guys, this is like YouTube land of 2007. If you go over to Odyssey, you feel this vibe. Excuse me a second. You feel this vibe of like, I got a cold going on again, guys. Winter has showed up in Tennessee. But you get this vibe of like 2007-ish YouTube land. Okay, that's the feel that you'll get over there. It's a very nice homey feel when you get over there. I love it. And it's like the YouTube before YouTube sold its soul to Satan and joined the empire. But that is the home of Odyssey. LBRY is the blockchain that supports it. Okay. So I just found it interesting that, like there's Movie Block and there's other things. I'm actually invested in Movie Block. Listen, I'm going to air it out of my laundry because most of y'all knows what's up with Loose Life. So I'm just going to air this out. If y'all don't like crypto, you can be mad at me because I've invested in it. All right. And I mine it and I sell it. There's a miner sitting right over here on the table in this office is being used as a space heater and mining Ethereum Classic as we speak. So just FYI, you'll have to get over that. But for those that don't care and ain't unhinged over the fact that I use crypto and use it for purposes to get preps, and I know I'm going to cash out because this thing's just a Ponzi scheme in the end. And actually people getting mad at FTX, they don't need to get mad at them because that's exactly what this deal is a Ponzi scheme, folks. Scripture talks, I should have put the scripture up too talks about that they'll throw their silver and their gold in the streets, in the day of wrath of Yah one day. And I'm just summarizing, that's what's going down. But what you need to understand with this is back of this, we've got three things boiling over: the demise of exchanges, the demise of free speech in the blockchain industry, and the destruction of Solana, because it's just tied hand in hand with FTX, which I'll get in on another article thing and all that stuff, but actually multiple articles in a minute. But you got to understand that things that are producing an opportunity for people to have a free speech zone and things that are outside of the control zone, these are the specific things that are being brought down right now. Like, for example, let me help you understand. If Coinbase took a dump the other day, sure, Solana would have went down, but it wouldn't have went down like it did because of FTX going down. If library got sued by anybody else, it's no big deal to me. But they got sued by the SEC, and the government is putting the kibosh on them, killing that platform slowly by a war of attrition. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Now, next up, on top of that, with this three-pronged thing, outside the U.S., countries and people that's starting to wake up and figure out that Bitcoin is a great utility and finite, and this might be the way to go. El Salvador, right, has really taken a beating because Bitcoin bottoming out after they took it in. So this is a concerted effort, and telling you, my money is on the CIA. I'm not like stuck on them people, but I think they are the number one mechanism power player behind this right now. Now, I'm in the rabbit hole today, but what I am sharing in the news is legit. These sequences are taking place as we speak. Rome is burning. All right. Now, hold on just a second. I'm going to check out some of these comments real quick, guys. And also, right before I do, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you'd like to support the channel, if there's something you'd like for me to share on here or cover a topic, you can hit me up at 7trumpetsprepper@gmail.com. Drop me a note and a memo. I'd be glad to look into it, and it might turn into content on the channel. All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, Shalom. In the Bible, it says that crypto is of the beast system. Please share that verse that says cryptocurrency is the mark of the beast. No disrespect, Carolyn. I'm just asking. Please show me, thus saith Yahweh, that says that. Hey, Dave, just FYI, I'm going to go ahead and just give you the answer. Tomorrow's video is directly related to that. I have the link in there for it to Rumble. And yes, my friend, I have seen it, and it is outstanding. And I'm just going to go ahead for those that stuck around. That, excuse me, guys, is tomorrow's content. I'm telling you what, I hate colds. I just hate colds. It's so disruptive to having a conversation. All right. Died suddenly on Rumble. That is it, folks. Yes. Appreciations. Much love. Woo, we're going to get through this. All right. Now, so I'm going to screen share again. Okay. Now that we've set a baseline for what Odyssey is and where its blockchain is. Actually, sorry, let me remove off that a second. Let me remove off that second because I got some pictures I want to share too. All right. Because I want to keep setting a baseline because this is not just me saying it's freedom or whatever. I want you to see what they're marketing. All right. This was an advertisement for library. The future of content freedom. Really? Hold on. Let's hit you with it again. The future of content freedom. Dang, we ain't going to have no freedom up in this empire. All right. Chancellor Palpatine said, do it, kill it. All right. So that's going. Oh, no, hold on. I got Chancellor Palpatine right here. Do it. Obey. Man, I might be sick, but man, I'm on it today, baby. Oh, I got your memes whenever you need them. Luke will come through for you. All right. Now, moving on. Here we go. Let's back up and punt. We got El Salvador. Let me make sure I'm still got this on there. Okay. Yeah. So El Salvador, this is an article, restofworld.org/2022/El-Salvador-Bitcoin. And they go on breaking down and bashing El Salvador for going in on Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what. I shout out to these people for doing that because here's the deal. I know that they're bringing this system down without all possible they can do it, but it's surefire better way than to deal with the beast system and the digital dollar that's coming and everything else in the mix. It's going to be quite the show to see of what's coming up. All right, so I definitely shout out to these guys for taking that step. But from the time that El Salvador took that gamble, there has been a concerted effort to bring down crypto. Now, I will also say when crypto was running up, it was like 50. It was in like 50,000-ish a coin. That there was all sorts of shots being taken at the crypto industry. We're going to regulate you. You better watch yourself. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to rein this in. And then El Salvador did their thing, and then it has been full meltdown since. Because thing is, America, especially the U.S. government, is trying hard to kill this thing. Like, it was a cute little infancy for a long time. And it's like, oh, we can just beat you down anytime. And now it's like, oh, well, this is actual tangible threat. We gotta kill this. All right. So when you look at that, and then you look at what followed shortly after that, was that Library blockchain came forward, and they have this platform, and I just love Odyssey, and they've got it so fluid now that if you are a YouTube content producer, highly encourage you to migrate your video content over to Odyssey. It's a real smooth, fluid transition. They do it quickly. All my content, 1,000-something videos, was shared over in, like, I don't know, guys, 24 hours flat while I was on a vacation in Florida. It was amazing. So just shout out to them for that. And I hope they pull through this. And I'm going to continue to mine Library, y'all will, and I'm going to support that blockchain, keep them babies going. All right. Next up, as we see the meltdown that happened with FTX, is that you see that Bankman-Fried was linked with Solana, okay? And I'm telling you, like I said, old boy CEO of FTX, he just screams CIA worker. I'm just telling you straight up. But anyway, the Solana crew, I think they got a lot of their holdings out, if not all of it, okay? But here's the thing. It doesn't matter at this point because they were so intertwined. All right. And this is CoinDesk.com. Matter of fact, shout out to CoinDesk. They were the ones that produced the article about the holdings on FTX that actually brought FTX down. So I still respect CoinDesk's articles as reliable because they literally unfolded the information that brought down FTX. Just saying. All right. So with what happened with that, okay, before I go there, what we need to understand with that, and I want to bump out back to this for a second to put some picture time with Lucas. Solana. What is the deal with Solana? Well, Solana was designed to pretty much kill Ethereum and overtake it. And honestly, in the NFTs, anybody knows anything about NFTs, they're crushing it in the NFT market. However, after this debacle, a lot of people's probably going to pull the NFTs off and go to the ERC20 or whatever over to Ethereum. So that might be another hurt, but it was an interesting revelation and creation because proof of history instead of proof of work or proof of stake. Okay. But the network's been down like 8 times. And guys, I just don't want to get into too much tech talk. Long story short, when they really gained my respect was whenever they come forward with a tangible product to start using. And I'm hoping this thing will actually be a cold wallet for your coins and stuff too. Okay. But sorry, just 1 second. I want to check out the comment flow here and make sure where I'm at. Hey, shout out to you, Dave. Thank you so much, sir, for the donation. I appreciate you guys. Much love. And will Bitcoin ever be revived? I don't know. I am curious to see what transpires with all this. And, you know, they got Colloidal zinc now, too, at readyair.com. I've got to get some more Colloidal silver, or I would have been pumping that. That usually fixes the problem right out a day or two. But they got Colloidal zinc now, so I'm going to try to smash that both whenever I can get a hold of it. I got to get some ordered, but can't do it today on Sabbath. But right here, what I was hopeful for, let me make sure screen share is on. Got to add it to stream. Okay, back to screen share. All right, so when Solana debuted this, all right, the saga, I put my money down on it. All right, and what I was really proud of is that the blockchain and everything that's up with this, it was a real opportunity. Right here, secured transact, did manage digital assets such as tokens, NFTs, etc. I thought, you know what, this right here will be the ticket to pump this over the top. Now, I'm going to tell you, when the next time that the market hits an all-time high, I am dumping Solana. It was only ever an investment for me to see it hit an all-time high again, because it's down like 95% too right now, which I grabbed a ton more of it. I know it's a huge risk, but if it pumps, I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars that can go to help myself and my friends and family prepare for what's to come. So that was huge to me. And money to me is just a tool. It's not about the money. I actually, just nothing really matters to me anymore but my wife, my son and my daughter, my mom and dad. and my well-being, and to see other people around me doing well like that. I don't have hopes, dreams, aspirations other than to survive the apocalypse and to see the kingdom of Yah come and be gathered in the new kingdom if I'm counted worthy like that. If anybody asks me, like, what's Luke's agenda? That's Lucas's agenda 20. I'm hoping tomorrow, not 2030, like the New World Order. Like, I want the kingdom to come. All right. But this right here has really put a hurt on it. And I just want you to understand that out of all the blockchains, out of all the projects that's out there, nobody's got a phone out there right now. Nobody's building a phone. Nobody's throwing a thing up that says library, the blockchain for freedom. Like, pay attention to who's being brought down. El Salvador, that's trying to help their people come up. A blockchain that's trying to produce a phone that would help give people more freedom. Library, which is a free speech blockchain. I mean, for crying out loud, guys, I know I may be in a rabbit hole today, but I'm going to tell you this. I ain't so far down that you can't see the light for the trees. I'm just going to tell you straight up on that. Like, I want to pause for a second, and I want to ask you a question. Whether you're for crypto, against crypto, don't care. Let me ask you this. Why is it, and I think it was Cicero that said it, that the closer an empire comes to its demise, and I'm going to botch this up, I'm afraid, but the closer an empire comes to its demise, the more tyrannical its laws become, or something to that effect. Now, we are approaching a threshold where that in the past 2 years, which tomorrow's video will vindicate what I'm saying for those that ain't already going to dip out right now and go ahead and check that today. The link that I'm sharing tomorrow, it will vindicate that the past 2 years of draconian laws, and like when I told people, I said, listen, Roe v. Wade getting overturned, all of a sudden you think the government caught a conscience? Are y'all kidding me? No, and for real, I just got vindicated on that the other day because Sleepy Joe said that if he got control of what was the Senate and Congress, that the first law he wanted to pass was about getting abortion cranked up again. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, wake up, people. And so then looking back on that, I said, listen, I said, this is not about saving babies. This is about no longer those ladies that want to run and work on the streets and be unfaithful to their husband, or they just want to be selling themselves on these websites. Or just live a whorish lifestyle. It's no longer about saying my body, my choice. No. It's about saying, I'm sorry, it's no longer about getting rid of babies. It's about saying, no longer being able to say my body, my choice for everybody across the board. That's why Roe v. Wade all of a sudden got overturned after, 40, 50 years? Because shortly thereafter that, when people were mocking me and deriding me about that stream, and I think it's like stream 43 or something, if you go in the playlist and look at it, I got a screen cap thing like people look dressed like the Handmaid's Tale, is that for the thumbnail in front of the Supreme Court, I believe it was, or Congress, I can't remember. Anyway, I said that was what that was about. And it wasn't, I think 72 hours later, an article was published about that the mandate was upheld by the Supreme Court for New York City for its workers, that they can't say that it was a religious exemption anymore. My body, my choice. And I was like, boom. How about that? Where's the haters at? Come on over. Come on back over. Please come on back over and tell everybody that Luke was wrong. Come on. Where's it at? I was just selling the Kool-Aid, giving the Jim Jones effect. Where's it at? Because you know what, baby? I was right. I said things never be the same after President creepy, sleepy pedo Joe got elected. Didn't look at it. Ain't been the same. I said that the Roe v. Wade wasn't about saving babies. It was about no longer saying my body, my choice. I was right. I've preached for 2 years about what the into your arm would do to you. And now, tomorrow, if you watch that documentary, I was right. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to have a narcissistic meltdown moment here, because I'm an empathic person. I want to see everybody have a good quality life. But what I'm telling you, stop listening to the news. Stop listening to the government. Stop doing all the stupidity and think for yourself. Right now, we're watching the crypto market on full meltdown. It's either going to come back roaring or it's going to die. There is no middle ground. Now, with that precedent set, one must ask, why now? When something happens in my marriage, in my family, in business, in my workplace now, in life in general, I always ask, what led to this? And why is this happening today? And what good can come of this bad this bad things happen, create an opportunity. Even wicked people know that. So you can either do good forward from that or just fall further down the slide and down the hill. Okay. So my question to you is why today? That should be the question of this entire stream. The who, what, where, when, why is why today, Luke. All right. Now tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a drink of water and let you think on that second, then I'm gonna give you the answer. Because no thing done in darkness shall not stay there. It will be brought to light. Is that not what the word warns us, that things done in darkness will be brought to light? All right. I don't want to hold you up no more. Let me get you back on screen share and let's do it, baby. All right. So New York Fed launches digital dollar pilot programs with big banks. All right. Now hold on a minute. Hold on a minute before we go into this article. Let me explain something to you, because I'm going to get lost along the way here because there's so much going in my mind right now. The gears are just turning overdrive. For those that are not in the know, okay, when the Titanic sunk, which was actually the Olympia, all right, because that got swapped up too, the best I could tell. Looking at the front of the ships and stuff, and the more investigative work I've done over the years is that the monster formed on Jekyll Island by J.P. Morgan and Rothschilds and the Rockefeller, all these good old boy club, right? Their competitors and the people that was against the Federal Reserve, guess where they're at? On the bottom of the Atlantic in the Titanic. All right. They got them all wiped off the deck. All right. Literally. No pun intended. They literally, the deck and all went down. So one has to ask today, if the digital dollar is pilot program, just the pilot program is being launched, who has to die? Who has to go next? Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple. Privatized financial lending institutions. All right. Public banks. Cryptocurrency. These three have to die. Now, what I'm curious is that they're crawling in bed right now with big banks. All right. And they're running this. And, it's interesting to me that the Babylon, there's actually a place called Babylon in New York. Okay. I used it as my thing to say where I live in Facebook. And, oh my goodness, shout out Lottie. Man, Most High, I was watching over her. My grandmother was coming from Sweden at the age of 16. She overslept and missed the Titanic by 15 minutes. I'm so glad she did, hon. I'm so glad that you have a life today too. And you are her legacy. That's outstanding. I'll praise Most High, y'all. That she overslept. That's a good time to oversleep. All right. So with that situation that's going on right now, I don't know how they're going to omulgate these things in. Okay. But you don't need crypto right now. Okay. You need the technology, and the technology's there. Crypto has done its thing. All right. But what you do need to build the Death Star, and I keep doing Star Wars, relating it to Star Wars, because it's just Star Wars always results back into fascism. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. It always results back to fascism. We're going to have Nazi 2.0 in America. It's literally like, I sometimes feel like I just could walk into town and it'd be like The Man in the High Castle book and TV series that Netflix done, is that, there's a Nazi flag just hanging on the White House, and it's Victory Over America Day instead of Victory Over Europe. I mean, I'm just saying, like, whoo, it's getting wild out here. And so to have the empire, you need the banks right now, because the banks have our money, and money equals power and control. And in order to disseminate this down, you're going to need servants. But you don't need the crypto market anymore. That needs to go. That is the best competitor you've got on the field. That needs to be crushed. That needs to be, the rebellion needs to be brought down. Okay. So, right here, let me see. Oh, I'm glitching on the stream today. Have we got a social justice warrior watching up at Google, keeping me throttled? Now, y'all need to check out, go have some turkey. All right, just get on with your life today. Don't be messing up my stream. All right. All right. So moving on here, what it says in short, is 9 U.S. financial institutions, including Citibank, Wells Fargo, and MasterCard, launched a pilot program working with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York to test the feasibility of there it is, digital dollar based on distributed ledger technology. All right. Let's look at it here. Participants include BNY Mellon, Citi, HSBC, MasterCard, PNC Bank, TD Bank, Truist. Dang, Truist, man, I'm disappointed up in y'all. I bank with y'all. US Bank and Wells Fargo. All right. The pilot will run for 12 weeks in a test environment and will involve central banks, commercial banks, and regulated non-banks. Dang, that's almost like Luke was just talking about right there. All right. Now, here's the deal. What we need to understand is in these next 12 weeks, I expect, like I said, either the crypto market to come back with a roar or to die. Okay. Now we're operating on borrowed time right now, ladies and gentlemen. Next bull run, Luke is cashing in. Okay. I'm cashing in and I'm getting my ducks in a row and my house in order. Y'all willing? All right. Because I almost got the off-grid power set up. I'll do some YouTubing of that and the build, finish on that. And then need to get the water system working next, backup water system. But long and short of it, guys, like this is literally turning into the wild, wild west. Not the wild, wild west I want. Like, I want things to stay wild, wild west as long as it can, because you can run a parallel society. Now, what's about to become wild, wild west, the kind I don't like, is that things are about to be a massive change up. I mean, just an absolute massive change up. And I agree, off-grid victory. I agree. And please take this note to heart from somebody that's deeply invested in it. This is why there's no future in crypto. It is a means to an end, and it has an expiration date. Now, we also need to treat everything as that it has an expiration date. My life has an expiration date. I may go in here in a minute and drop dead. It's just my time. The most I know is when my time is up. Now, I could shorten it, and I guess y'all will, and I could lengthen it by the grace of y'all, but it eventually have an expiration date. Okay, just how it is. However, with money always leads to power, and power unchecked becomes absolute, and absolute power becomes absolutely corrupt. Okay, so in Luke's government and economics class session that we're holding today, what we should disseminate from all this. All right, and let me. By the way, that was Investopedia. The article was on. Okay. But let me take that off a second. Hopefully that'll help the Wi-Fi speed up, because I had like 9 million articles too. That probably helped slow things down. Is that we need to understand that the ultimate end game, if you followed on this presentation today, is you see how that guy Justin Timberlake's got that time signature on his arm. That time was his money. Okay, that was literally your money. Well, we're getting to the point where, with all this integrated technology, with the chip in the hand, and with the Neuralink with Elon Musk, and all this madness that's going on, we've got to be really mindful of what we're dealing with, because things are going to drastically change. I already seen a guy going up, taking his hand and putting it on the tap pads, and it works to pay. And that's something I'd wondered about for a while too. I was like, I need to see somebody take their hand and tap pay with their hand to know for sure we got this show going. Because the mark of the beast in the right hand or in the forehead, right? All right, well, understand something. The forehead, I also look at it as a symbol of mental agreement, and the hand as works. Now, also keep in mind, in Paleo Hebrew, the hand is represented in the arm too as one piece, and the hand showing out from it. So it's something important to understand, and you really, really need to be mindful of these things, because moving forward, the no-goes for Luke are no pokies, no jabbies, no chip in the hand, no Neuralinking in the forehead, no metaversing. I'm out, baby. All right. I am as far in tech world as I'm going to freaking go. All right. To hell with it all. And I ain't on here to curse today. I'm telling you, like, literally to hell with this whole system. I want Rome to burn. I want the kingdom of Yah to come. I want forgiveness of my sins. I want to keep the commandments I have faith in Messiah, and I want to be cleansed. And this is getting wild out here. And any means to provide a lifestyle for your family, we're being, coerced by the medical industry and the pharmaceutical drug sorcery. And listen, Revelation 18 warns about it, that I'll tell you a second. Wow, that's interesting. I'll read that in just a second. But we're approaching a critical mass where we're being extorted. And Revelation, I think it's 18. It's Revelation 18, Revelation 16. One of them, the chapter speaks about the nations, being deceived and by pharmaceutical drug sorcery. And this is exactly where we're at today. Okay, this is the here and now. And you are living in the last days. Need I remind you, the river Euphrates is currently drying up, and the drain plug on the bathtub has been pulled. All right. So I mean, it's going to be an interesting time ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Now, real quickly, I want to pop up 2 comments. Judah, that's very interesting. That distributed ledger will be the XRP ledger. I'd really like to, if you have a link to that, I'd really like to see that, because on some exchanges, XRP, let's see, XLM is Stellar, XRP is Ripple, should be Ripple. So Ripple. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see that, because you can't even exchange XRP on crypto.com, for example. You can transfer it in your account back, but you can't physically buy it, and that is very curious to me. I would like to see more info on that, because I stuff like this just wouldn't surprise me much at all. It just really wouldn't. And I heard that you must show proof that all of your are up to date before you can use the digital currency. Lottie, that wouldn't surprise me either. Ladies and gentlemen, all this stuff's going to walk hand in hand. I find it interesting. Most people use the right hand, right? So people get the pokey in the right arm. I get them a RFID in the right hand. They get them a Neuralink in the head. I don't know about you, but all these things seem unbiblical to me. Like Moses didn't need it. Adam didn't need it. Noah didn't need it. David didn't need it. Solomon didn't need it. The prophets didn't need it. My ancestors for the past, who knows how many generations, Master Yah's let my blood descendants live. They didn't need it. So you know what, baby? You can keep it. I don't want it. But I mean, I don't know, guys. I see these domino effects starting to fall. I've been watching this for a while. Like, y'all know, I don't just get on here and talk about crypto as like it's a show. Like, I talk about so much stuff, from politics, relationships, religion, everything. New World Order, end days, you name it. But now I don't talk money much. But the reason I talk about money today, and especially on Sabbath, and Father, please forgive me if I've sinned, is not about money. It is about that it's a breadcrumb trail. It's a breadcrumb trail that follows along the way, right? I don't understand that question. I hope nobody's killing nobody. But anyway, if you follow this breadcrumb trail going backwards, you can see this domino effect that's continuing to fall forward right now, present time, that we see a blockchain support and freedom that was an up and coming YouTube, I would say, being killed out. You see Solana, which was bringing forward a potential to have a cold wallet, from what I see, the ability to have freedom of speech and have blockchain technology, being crushed. It could have been any other exchange but that. And but however, it was this one. It was FTX that had the greatest tie to bring that down. Okay. And here's the thing, guys, that phone's supposed to be out in like next 30 days. I mean, like, this is not like Elon Musk selling Cybertrucks, which I'm still in line to get, and it's 4 years later, homie. Like, you too busy, like, apparently shacking up with women, sending rockets to fake space, and buying Twitter to set off the social justice warriors. Will you please just take a week off and build my freaking truck so I can have it apocalypse ready? Sincerely, a Tesla purchaser waiting in the mix. All right. So anyway, I'm ranting at this point, and I'm done with the stream, guys. I'm gonna hang out for a minute, and I just want to say, as a whole, in 2 years' time, I've never seen so many things come to fruition. And I was actually talking with a brother this morning, earlier today, that, you know, we're watching things come to fruition. Like we guessed about it some, we speculated some, and now it's like, dang, we weren't just right, we were like dead on right. And then it's like the wild cards, like the River Euphrates drying up. It's like, listen, that broke the internet. I heard the other day that people were searching for the River Euphrates drying up. Like some little sweet girl was cutting my wire at Home Depot when I was finished up one of my last jobs. I was talking to her about it. Like, I mean, like even people, and she may not be a pagan, but like even people that are like have no touch with what's going on are starting to see this stuff. All right. So the question is are you asleep or are you awake? But you have many, many things you can follow now. As you can see, as I said with Roe v. Wade, that this my body, my choice thing all leads down to taking your freedom away to say, I'm not taking the Pope. Here it is before us. Digital dollar, it is before us. And they're killing all the competition for a parallel society. Because keep in mind, Berlin Wall didn't come down on its own. Parallel society helped bring that down, baby. Let me see what else. Oh, what am I missing? And yeah, and the Pope. Yeah, that's going to be Reloaded 2.0. And I'm curious who folds up for it this time, because apparently from what I understand from that documentary I watched today, that at least half of the world today has conceded defeat to take that already. Now, my hope would be many took a placebo and not the real deal. However, regardless, whatever they took, they already gave in once, and that makes me wary of them round two. So there's no more trust left from Lucas to them. I want to see people making the kingdom. I just want you to stand far away from me right now until we get there, because I don't trust you. All right, so guys, make sure tomorrow, check out the stream. Just 2 minutes. But the other Aaron, something you can watch the actual important content, which is over on Rumble. Please go check out that content, support it. And as always, guys, till we see you here again, Seven Trumpets Prepper channel. I hope the Most High Yah baruch you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, show you favor, and give you shalom, my friends, in Yahushua name. And I got to get the the outro to load, guys. I apologize because for some reason the outro don't want to load today. Love all of you and have a great day out there.